One of the most iconic phrases in Black Clover is to surpass your limits. It's a simple phrase and it's a concept that's been done countless times in shonen, with series like Naruto having characters like the third Hokage directly state that a ninja can grow more powerful when he has something precious to protect, something that he holds dear. It's a commonly referred to trope called the friendship power-up. Long as it's done in a way that fits the narrative of the series, most shonen fans, they won't get too upset over the decision by an author to use this commonly relied upon cliche. It really just comes down to, is this done in a manner to where it fits the lore of the series, and is it too much in your face? In Black Clover, the whole concept of surpassing your limits has been just as much synonymous with the character Yami as the phrase "I am here" is synonymous with the character of All Might. They're very simple phrases, but they have so much of an impact and meaning on the story each time that they're uttered. They get such a huge emotional reaction out of readers of both series. When you come across those lines or you hear them in the anime, you know that this isn't a drill. You know all this shit's about to get real.
An air duct.
Oh my God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm.
What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure?
Stay calm.
What I love about this latest chapter of Black Clover is that we're seeing the Black Bulls beginning the process of breaking through the limits, and they're doing so without being told by their captain, which is very important because previously you had Yami be the one who stimulated them in order to undergo that process. However, now they're willingly doing so themselves, which is showing a huge boost to character development for each of the members of the Black Bulls. We've had moments where they've briefly pushed through their limits out of that desire to protect someone else. However, in a situation like this, what separates it from all the other times that we've seen this is that the stakes are at an all-time high. Right now, each of the members of the Black Bulls, they've been faced with a desperate situation where there is no choice but to do so, and they've instinctually undergone this process, or they're being forced to do so during the duration of this battle against Morris. The sight of Lotus missing an arm and Dorothy being absolutely demolished, which as a Dorothy fan, I have to say I'm so disappointed that she got off screen. However, all this let us know that Morris was a different level of monster than anything that we've seen prior to this, at least in terms of threat level. The looming presence of Lucifero also adds in the suspense to the scene, because you know that for as dangerous as everything is, there's a whole nother gear that's waiting to be unlocked. However, seeing how Morris is laughing off the attacks of the Black Bulls, treating them as mere curiosities, mere playthings, and not so much as threats, it's a classic case of the stage being set for a huge turn of the tables that's about to unfold in the next chapter or the one after this. Vanessa's overpowered magic has been rendered utterly useless in this battle, meaning that if anyone gets demolished, it's likely for keeps. Gray and Ghost both step up in this battle and make their presence being known, with Gray's magic of transmutation being revealed and Ghost assisting her in the battle, which definitely pays off all those interactions and the character history between the characters of Ghost and Gray. Henry is shown breaking through his own mental blocks during the time where he recalls not being able to do much previously, and during the battle against Morris, he's turned a major corner in terms of power, and Henry is showing off a dazzling display of power right now. Even Gordon, someone whose specialty relied more so on poisons, was able to turn this deadly knack for poisons into medicines. 6 months of research and training gave him a skill that can help the very friends who he longed to make those strong connections with. That moment when Gordon shows up and tells everyone that they can go rescue Yami because he is back, that's Gordon's character also coming full circle as well, because it's allowing him to make those further bonds. Being able to turn curses into power now. We've seen how a negative is now being used for the power of good. In so many small ways, we've been watching the Black Bulls during this battle rise up to do what seems like it's impossible. Also, they can bring back their captain Yami from what should be a certain death. If they fall short during this mission, then Yami should die. This very well could be Black Clover taking the approach of Ace during Marineford, where up to that point we hadn't seen anybody of real significance die during One Piece. However, Ace's death was done in a heartbreaking fashion in One Piece, and it made everybody start crying. For the Black Bulls, failure is not really an option. Just as the Black Bulls once assembled in order to save Asta, we're seeing a very similar thing take place here. The Black Bulls are once again assembling, but this time it's to save the very man who brought them all together, gave them a reason to become the best possible versions of themselves, and really gave them new reasons in order to live. The symbolism in all this right now is that Yami is currently lost. He's in a dark space, somewhere where doubt might be creeping into his mind. Was everything that he went through up to this point all for nothing? Did he truly ever really accomplish anything by his squad pushing through the limits without him having to tell them to? If Yami is conscious of what's going on right now, which it does appear that he is, it opens up the possibility of Yami being given that extra motivation to stay alive and push through his own limits to do the impossible and somehow escape his current predicament. However, I want to know from you guys, how do you guys feel about this narrative intent of having the Black Bulls push through their limits and start the process of pushing through their limits in order to save Yami? Do you think that this was the right decision? Let me know down in the comment section below. But as always, guys, if you like anything I had to say, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much for watching to the end. Have an awesome day, guys.